Good morning, Cedar Park. Today is Monday, March 10th, and it's an A-Day.
This morning, find out about the theater department's latest show and what's next.
Also in this morning's brief, learn why power has been cut to the Gaza Strip.
Plus, Landon Reed is live in the studio with the latest on your spring sports and an all-new Alpha Wolf Athlete of the Week.
Turn it up because the Wolfcast starts now.
Good morning and welcome to the Wolfcast. I'm Lulu Lynch.
I'm Austin Makaborski.
And I'm Kira Cogs.
The theater department is putting on its one-act play to compete in this year's UIL season.
Different from previous shows, however, is the smaller cast as well as the comedic aspects of the show.
Reporter Charles Corson investigated what changes theater was making this year to hopefully take them farther than ever before.
Thanks, Kira. The cast and crew of Leading Ladies put on a captivating public performance of their show last week, but they're not done just yet. The 40-minute play follows Leo and Jack, played by Seth Loudenslager and Evan Schmidt, as they attempt to gain a matriarch's inheritance. In doing this, they must imitate their nieces, dragging them into mistaken identities, romantic entanglements, and slapstick chaos. Butch, played by Ben Akers, is another obstacle that the leads must hurdle and describes how having a smaller cast affects the play's quality.
Having a group of both a tight-knit group of people and a tight-knit group of talented people is a really cool experience to work with.
The cast has been rehearsing since January and have gone to clinics and field trips together. Ben talked about how spending so much time together allows them to grow as a cast.
We don't go on as, oh, this is Ben and Seth and Evan and Caitlin and Arthur and all these people, they're all performing. We're going to go on as CPHS Theater performing Leading Ladies.
With UIL advancement on the horizon, we celebrate their achievements so far and look forward to future plays and productions. The cast and crew have their zone competition Wednesday, and after that is district by district, area, region, and finally state. With CPHS News reporting for the Wolfcast, I'm Charles Corson.
Thanks, Charles.
We'll be right back with today's top headlines with Jack Cooper right after these announcements. Good morning, Cedar Park. I'm Jack Cooper here with this morning's brief. First, power has been cut to the Gaza Strip. Yesterday, Israeli Energy Minister Eli Cohen cut all electricity in the Gaza Strip in an effort to encourage Hamas to turn over the 6 Israeli hostages safely. This immediate decision comes after Israel and Hamas have begun in the first stages in the talks of a ceasefire agreement, with Hamas potentially giving up civilian governance. Later today, negotiators and mediators from both sides will meet in Qatar to hopefully advance a ceasefire agreement. Next, Austin's opioid overdose cases are declining. In January of 2024, Travis County Emergency Medical Services recorded a little over 100 fentanyl overdose cases. However, in January of 2025, EMS recorded just 50 fentanyl overdose cases, nearly half the number it had been the year prior. Groups such as Texas Against Fentanyl have been working to raise awareness about the lethal opiates and have distributed 3,500 Narcan kits as they continue to fight this dangerous drug. Finally, daylight savings happened this past weekend. Daylight savings in the spring means longer days and shorter nights for the coming months until we revert back to standard time this November. Recently, the U.S. Senate passed the Sunshine Protection Act, which would effectively put an end to daylight savings and keep the clocks locked. However, the bill failed to pass the House, but still has some continued support, with President Trump claiming it's a, quote, 50-50 issue. So, are you guys pro daylight savings, or does it got to go?
Well, you know what? I think I'm so much pro daylight savings that I kind of want it to be the only time cycle.
I completely agree. I don't
You
get
like how
why
it is now, where
Yes.
it's like darker earlier, longer days?
Yes, that's like my favorite thing about it. Is like because it's like the summers are longer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I feel like in the winter, I get so like, it's dark at like 5 p.m. and I'm just like, my day's over, it's time to go to sleep. But oh wait, I have so much homework left.
Exactly.
But when it's
Yeah.
8 p.m. and it's bright outside, it's like, oh, I still feel productive. I have like things to do, you know?
Yeah.
So that's my take on it. I don't think we should have like
Yeah,
two different things.
You're a little
I
quiet.
disagree. I disagree with all of y'all. I
Really?
like when it's bright in the mornings, when I'm like driving to school for broadcast at 7 in the morning and the sun's rising. I like it being bright outside. And then when I go to sleep, I'm a grandma. I go to sleep at like 8:30 at night. So like I want it to be
That's
like dark
crazy.
already. If it's
Wow.
light outside when I'm trying to go to sleep, I'm not gonna go to sleep.
Well, I mean, that's sure.
I mean, I understand
think a lot of
both
people
sides.
I think a lot of people would agree with you. I'm
lot
just
of,
not,
like,
I'm
older-
just not-
You're just not one of them.
I'm not one of them. No.
Me
Well,
neither.
Thank you, Jack. We'll be right back with an all-new sports report right after this break. Good morning, Cedar Park. Welcome back to the Wolfcast Sports Report. I'm Austin Makaborski.
And I'm Landon Reed. Starting off, let's highlight the girls soccer team who beat Glenn 6-0. The team had 6 different scorers: Meredith Colts, Lainey Hall, Brooke Pack, and Christy Tabor. Blake Gilkey and Dylan Reed each had 1 goal on Friday. The girls will play their final game of the regular season tomorrow here at home at 7.
Next, our boys soccer team took down Glenn 3-2 on Friday. It was a fast-paced, intense game with Ortiz Remark scoring 2 goals and Jack Garrido scoring the other. They will play away at Liberty Hill tomorrow night at 7. Playoffs for both of our boys and girls will be next week. We'll share more details on a location when it comes out.
Then softball had a rough night during their match against Leander on Friday night, falling 17-3. The ladies will play again tomorrow night at Rouse. Baseball starts off their district play tomorrow here at home at 7 against Hayes. Now it's time for our Canes Alpha Wolf of the Week. This week we have varsity baseball player Kyle McClure. Here's what Coach Huffman had to say about his leadership.
You know, Kyle does a really great job of, really talking to those underclassmen. It's not just a, boss mentality of he just goes up and yells at them and tells them what to do. But he also kind of tries to teach them things, that they need to know to help our program be successful and continue to grow even after he's gone.
Congrats, Kyle. For updates on CPHS sports throughout the week, check out our X at CPHS_sports. With CPHS News, I'm Landon Reed.
And I'm Austin Makaborski.
Thanks, Austin and Landon, and that's today's Wolfcast. Thank you for taking the time to join us during your den.
You can catch anything you missed and more on our X, YouTube, or TikTok at CPHS News.
Catch tomorrow's show to find out about the PTSA Clothes Closet. With CPHS News, I'm Kira Cox.
And I'm Lulu Lynch. Remember to make it a great day or not, the choice is yours. Have a majestic Monday, Cedar Park.